Okay, so today we are going to talk about some review stuff for statistics that is going to make your life easier. We are going to do box and whisker plots, which use 5 elements to sort and describe data. Okay, so these 5 elements, we used them last year. It's basically your max, your third quartile, your median, your lower quartile, and your min. The new thing that we are learning is that we'll call that the 5-number summary. Those 5 things, 5-number summary. But you already know how to do it. Okay, so the upper extreme or maximum. This is the largest number in your data set. Surprise. Okay, so this is your max. Okay, the next is the upper quartile. That's UQ or the quartile 3, third quartile. This is the middle of the top half of the data set. And we actually found this by finding the median of the top half yesterday. We did that by hand, right? Okay, so here's Q3. Okay, next we have the median, also known as the center, also known as quartile 2. This is the middle number in a data set. Remember that in the middle of the highway is a median, so you don't go into oncoming traffic. Okay, half or 50% of our data is above this number, and also half of the data is below this number. Okay. The lower quartile, LQ or quartile 1, those are the same. This is the middle of the bottom half of our data. Last number in the 5-number summary is our lower extreme or minimum. This, of course, is the smallest number in the data set. You remember what we show with an asterisk? No? Nobody? No? Starts with an O. Outlier. Outlier, okay. Thank you. Okay. An outlier is a data point that falls outside, like significantly outside of our data, the rest of the data. There's actually a rule. It has to do with like 1.5 times the interquartile range and being that distance away from the median. But you do that in college, not in here, so don't worry about it. In here, we're just going to eyeball it. Okay, guess what, guys? The quartiles do not actually have to be in the data set. We saw this yesterday, that sometimes the quartiles are in the data, and sometimes the quartiles fall between the data points. It's important that you remember to think of the quartiles as dividers. They are not the bins. Okay, so you can't be in a quartile, but you can be at a quartile. Everybody okay with that? Quartiles are like fences, okay? It's not the field. Everybody good? Okay. All right, we got to label a little bit more on our box plot over here on the side. Okay, just for the video, because we already talked about this, but 25% of our data is going to fall between the max and the third quartile. Okay, 25% of our data falls between the second and third quartile. 25% of our data falls between the first and second quartiles. And the last quarter of our data, I'm going to put 1/4 on there so that you remember that 25% is the same as a fourth, right? Last fourth is between quartile 1 and the min. That is because the median chops the data in half. So, oh my gosh. So this is 50%. Okay, and then your other half is up here. Right? And then quartile 3 chops the top in half. So half of a half is a fourth, right? That's how we get the fourths. Everybody happy with that? Okay, cool. All right, here are some ACT scores of 15 Algebra 2 students, which is in your near future. I'm not going to read them all. We're going to follow these calculator steps to find the 5-number summary for these ACT scores, and then we're going to make a box plot. Okay, so you're going to go to Stat and pick number 1, Edit. So we're on our calculators, and if yours is anything like mine, it's already got a bunch of stuff in it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is review how to clear the memory. So everybody hit second, the blue second button, plus 712. That'll reset your memory for your calculator. So if anybody has like messed up your calculator's lists, that should clear it up.
Wait, how do you do it again?
Second plus 712. 712.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready? Okay. So we are going to Stat button. No surprise there. This is the statistics unit. Then we're going to pick number 1, Edit. Go ahead and push Enter. And then we are going to enter all of these scores in list 1. So you can either use your down arrow or the Enter key to move cells down. Okay. So 15, Enter. 19, Enter. 14, Enter. 27, Enter. 14, Enter. I'm not going to do them anymore because I might distract you. Okay, so if I have 15 students in the Algebra 2 class, at the very end, if I've entered everything correctly, I should be in the 16th box. So double check that you're in the 16th box. That's a good way to just double check that you haven't skipped any without like having to check every single one. Make sure that you don't have 2 doubled up on any of your rows. Okay, next we go back to Stat. And we're going to select the Calculate menu. So right now we're on the Edit menu. To get to Calculate, we have to arrow to the right. Then we're going to pick 1 for 1 variable stats. Enter a bunch of times, and then it gives us all this awesome information. So on you can see the X with the angry unibrow. Okay, that's the mean. He's mean, so he's got an angry unibrow. If you heard me talking about that yesterday, that's what I was talking about. Okay, you can see that we have our 2 standard deviations here. We have our sample standard deviation and our population standard deviation. It's giving me n, which is the number of elements in the set, which is 15, because I had 15 scores. It's giving me my min, my Q1, my median, my Q3, and my max. Do you guys see that that's our 5-number summary right there? Boom, 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 boom. We're going to use that to make a box plot. Remember how we had to do all that by hand yesterday? It's right on here. All right, let's do it. All right, so our smallest number is 12, and our biggest number is 27. Can we get there by counting by ones? We can't?
We get it by time by threes, I think.
Threes? Okay. What?
I think it's 12.
You can get there by counting by one.
You can? Okay.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. All right, I'm going to take away some math medals in here. You know what? I need to make my pen smaller.
That's not hard. I just see it like cursor. No, I said yes.
All right, let's roll back that tape and see what you guys said.
I said yes.
I'm just kidding.
I said yes.
Okay.
Yes, too.
I'm just glad I didn't miscount it, because I definitely miscounted the number of boxes on one of your upcoming homeworks. Sorry. You have to add a box. It happens. Okay. So now we have to make a box plot. So get a ruler if you don't have one. Okay, looks like our Q1 is at 14. Q3 is at 21. I copied it over here, so you have it to refer back to. If yours matches this, then you did it right. Okay, the median is at 17. Okay, my left whisker goes to 12. Yeah. My right whisker goes to 27. Okay, I need a title for my box plot. So what is this score? What is this? This is ACT scores. Okay, now remember from yesterday we said that we're going to label our things. So this is my Q, oh sorry, that's not my Q1, that's my min. Fake news. Okay, that's my min. My min was 12. You're writing the min and the 12. Okay, then my Q1 is 14. Next year I will put this down a little bit so that we have more room. Sorry, that's my bad. The median. Q2, that's 17. Quartile 3, 21. Max is 27. These are nice. They landed on integers, but I figured we could practice it just so that, I make sure I set a good example of labeling. You can put the table on the bottom, the title on the bottom. That's fine. You ran out of room. All right. Any questions? Okay. Don't clear your data. We're going to follow the calculator steps below, and we're going to make a box plot on your calculator screen. Okay, it's going to be great. You guys ready? Oh, you better enter that data fast. Okay, so we already have our list in L1, so we're going to start at step 3. We're going to turn on step plot. So we go second, y equals to the stat plot. Okay, and we're going to hit enter and turn it on. Okay, do I need to go back? Okay. Okay, so I'm just in my stat menu, right? So I'm going to second y equals to the stat plots. Okay, do you see that right now it says plot 1 is off? I want to change that, so I'm going to select it by hitting enter. Now do you see that I can hit enter again and turn it on? I'm going to turn it on. Okay, no, you need your own. Whoa. Okay, it's the computer apocalypse. Now, arrow down to type. Okay, and then you're going to arrow to the right until you get to the little box and whiskers. Notice how this one has outliers. That's the one we're going to pick. Hit enter to select that type of graph. We're going to go to our window. What is our smallest x value? 12, right? So we want to make sure that our x min is just a little bit lower than 12. So what, like 11 or something, or 10? We can make it 10. Okay, and then our max, what's our maximum score? 27, so we can make this one what, like 30? Okay, then we go to graph. And if you hit trace, you should get its number summary with the little cursor. So it's telling you the median is 17, quartile 1 is 14, the min is 12, and you can arrow back and forth, and you can see the summary. It's pretty cool, right? All right. All right, here we go. Flip. Okay, Ms. Vogler recorded her scores for an Algebra 2 quiz. We're going to make a box and whisker plot of the data on the calculator screen. We're going to find the values for the 5-number summary and interquartile range. We're going to draw and label the box plot in the box. Okay, so these are her quiz scores. We're going to put those in the calculator. Ready, set, go. So I'm going to go to stat. I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to clear list 1. So I arrow up to list 1, clear, enter. So then I'm putting in the scores. 64, 91, 75, 82. I'm going to be quiet now so you can focus. Okay, there are 12 scores, so when your cursor is done, you should be on cell 13. That's a good way to check that you have the right number in there and you didn't skip any. So now we are going to do the calculator steps that are on the front of your page at the bottom. So we already have our list in list 1, so we're going to turn on the stat plot. So we go to second y equals to do the stat plot. Okay, we're going to make sure that our plot is on. If it was off, we'd have to go enter and turn it on with the cursor. Enter on. Arrow down to the type. Arrow the cursor over to the box and whisker with the outliers. Hit enter. Okay, go to window. What was the lowest Algebra 2 quiz score? 37. So if we make our window, lowest part of our window at like 30 or 35, that should be good. Which one do you pick? 35. 35. Okay, what was the highest quiz score? 99. So if we make it go up to a hundo, that should work. Okay. Then we're going to hit graph. And trace. Okay, it's already saying that the median is 81. So we can write that one down. Okay, my quartile 1 is 71.5. My min is 64. Okay, it's treating the 37 as an outlier. So up at the top, you can say outlier is 37. You can add that one. Yes, in the box. All right, my Q3. Q3 is 85.5. And my max is 99. I can just remember that was the biggest. All right, now we're going to do the interquartile range. So remember, to get the interquartile range, we just have to subtract Q1 from Q3. 21.5. Okay, what did you get? 14. Okay, good. All right, now we get to draw it. I'm going to draw my axis. Okay, guys, everybody should be drawing. So I know that I have an outlier at 37. My Q1 is My min is at 64. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 60.
Chill out.
Okay, so this one is 64. That's Q1. No, that's my min. Oh my gosh. Okay, I also have a median of, quartile 1 of 71.5. So 65, 70, 71.5. My median is 81. That's Q2. My Q3 is at 85.5. Wait a minute, what did I just do?
I think you make the minimum of a box.
Wait, what?
Oh, I did make the minimum a box. Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna do a little surgery to this box plot. It's fine. I'm just like chopping off part of the box and making it my minimum. Is that better? Okay. Okay, so this should be 80. Uh-oh, something weird happened. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. That's what I did. Okay, guys, I'm just really struggling. Can I pause the video? Okay, after a lot of struggling, this is what we got. I was struggling. Everyone else was probably fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for rubbing that in. I'm going to remember that when you come to me during your test and you're like, I don't know how to do this problem. I'm like, I already did it. Okay, this one's the quartile 2, 81. And we got Q3 is 85.5. And then this is max of 99. Okay, thanks. God, we're done. All right, everybody got it? Okay, did you get a title? Okay, do a title if you haven't already. Okay. All right, this should be review. Describe the shape of each dot plot. Yeah, this is roughly Bell, normal, or symmetric. Those are synonymous. Okay, the next one you are correct is bimodal because it has two modes, this one and this one. The next one is skewed left. Here's my lump. Here's my tail. Fourth one, skewed right. Oh, guys, for the ones that are skewed right, sometimes you'll see that they're called skewed up. And the ones that are skewed left, sometimes they'll say skewed down, just depending on who's writing your textbook. Okay, but do you see why left is down and right is up? Like that kind of makes sense, right? Well, aren't these higher? Isn't up higher like right?
Yeah. Don't you read left to right? It's going up.
Okay.
Right?
Nope. Okay, the next one is what?
No correlation.
Uniform. This is the one where it's always the same. It's like wearing the same outfit every day. Very boring. All right, now, this should also be reviewed, but these are a little bit harder. So when you're doing these, you have to remember that the quartiles separate the data into fourths. So we've got a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, and a fourth. So here's the lump, here's the tail. Skewed left, and so is this one. For our purposes, we're going to say that it's bell. So this one is our beautiful bell, or normal.
Uniform.
No. Okay, what about these last two? Skewed right. Here's the lump, here's the tail. Lump, oops. Lump, tail. These are skewed right. Okay, so you have to be very careful with the box plot because doesn't this look like it's bigger over here? Okay, so you have to make sure you're thinking, all right, like half of my data is packed into this tiny little area. Okay, that's my lump. And lump it and then give it a tail. And then you'll pick the right skew. Okay? It would be a little bit more like symmetric, but you're not going to worry about that for a box plot right now. Okay, so far so good? Okay. This should also be a review problem-ish. Describe the shape. Skewed left. Okay, we're going to find the mean, median, and mode. So we can put all of these values in the calculator. So I'm going to stat, to edit, clear list 1. Now be careful, you're putting in 63 twice. Okay, then 70 goes twice. 71. 72 goes in 3 times. So just make sure that you count the correct number of times. 73 goes in 4 times. 74 goes in 3 times. And 75 is once. Okay, it says 17 basketball players, so my cursor's on 18 when I'm done. Where can I find the mean, median, and mode? Yeah, in my one variable stats. Or I can make a box plot and check my quartiles and my 5-number summary from the box plot. But the fastest way is probably go to stat, calc, one variable stats. Okay, so the mean, we're going to call that's the angry unibrow. 71.2. Median, arrow down. Median is 72. Okay, the mode isn't on the 5-number summary thing on the calculator, but I can tell what the mode is by looking at my dot plot. It is 73. Mode is the most repeated. How does the mode compare to the mean?
It's higher, greater.
Correct. The mode is greater than the mean. Okay, how many outliers have we got? 2. Yes, but there's 2 of them. Okay, yeah, if we took away these dots, the mean would increase. You are correct. Thank you. You may pack up. Oh, I have homework for you. Homework. It's a little baby packet.
Big impact is like 2 stories.
Okay, did everybody get one?
Yes. 5:30. Yeah. 2 hours. I'll look you right. Oh, did you check if you paper?
We didn't have time. I'll check it tomorrow.
Down for a grade?
Uh-huh.
If you ride bus 103 or bus 123, you need to get on any bus in the back and go to TJ. You will connect with your appropriate bus over at TJ. That's 103 or 123. Thank you.
Would you guys please push in your chairs? Thank you.
Wait,
Are these extras? Were these extras?
what did the announcement say? Okay, I can't really understand with the sorry. Did you show the video of what you wanted to show?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, I wasn't even sure if that was a video or not. I don't know. That was a video?
I was making the video.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
No.
Everybody is going. It's 3:40. Your clock is off by 3 minutes.
Okay.